seriously popular.
Welcome to The Life of You, the bonus episode where we tackle your dilemmas and share advice to navigate life's trickiest moments. I'm joined once again by sex educator, author, and absolute legend, Ruby Rare.
What I love in dating non-monogamously is I'll meet someone and maybe we won't get on, but also if we get on, maybe it's a friendship.
Ruby's just released the Non-Monogamy Playbook, a guide to exploring relationships beyond boring monogamy with confidence, care, and curiosity. Your questions answered right after this.
It's 2025, a new year and the best time to turn your great idea into a business. Shopify is how you're going to make it happen. Let me tell you how. Shopify makes it simple to create your brand, open for business, and get your first sale. Get your store up and running easily with thousands of customizable templates. All you need to do is drag and drop. Their powerful social media tools let you connect all your channels and create shoppable posts. Established in 2025. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/promo. All lowercase. Go to shopify.com/promo to start selling with Shopify today. Shopify.com/promo.
Exclusively on ESPN Plus, UFC 312, Saturday. Reigning middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis defends his title in a rematch against Sean Strickland. And Zhang Weili defends her strawweight title against undefeated Tatiana Suarez. UFC 312, Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
I'm single, self-employed and own a dog. I barely have time to hoover my flat. Meanwhile, my best mate at work has a husband, a boyfriend, and is on all the dating apps. Where do people with open relationships find the time? Seriously, I'm curious to know, and that's from Jealous Joe. I'm with Jealous Joe on this one.
I get it. There can be this misconception that if you're open in some way, you have to actively be living and doing it all the time, and that's exhausting. Like I can't do. I'm
going from one house to your other life.
Yeah, like
at your
really.
other house.
I also need to do a wash and call my mum and sort out my council tax. My whole life isn't non-monogamy.
Yeah,
and I am quite disciplined with the way that I use dating apps. I'm not on them all the time. I'll check them once a day.
What's the best one?
My favourite is Field. I like Hinge as well, but I think Field is kind of the go-to app for people who are into non-monogamy stuff and kink.
I did go on Field once for researching something.
Research.
But no, seriously. And I'm like, is that profile still there? I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't go on it. But anyway, I was like, I felt like my grandma. I was like, what?
I forget how much of a different world it is when you're new to that kind of environment.
When I was single, there weren't apps.
It was OkCupid online.
No, it wasn't even that. We had to basically go to a ball and dance around. And there was mysinglefriend.com. That was it.
Yeah.
Which was where your friend wrote which I
think we should bring back, because I love that concept of your mates are the best people to hype you up and the best people to kind of set you up.
Basically, the way you found people was, in my case, was work.
Yeah,
in the office,
work or the pub.
Yeah,
and I still love a kind of in real life meet cute. I'm very here for that, but it's easier to meet people on apps for me. And also you open yourself up to all of these different worlds and people who you would never cross paths with. But you've got to be realistic about this. There's a whole thing, there's a chapter in the book called how to date multiple people and still find time to do your laundry. A lot of this is kind of practical time management stuff, and you need to make sure that you've got enough time to give other people the respect and the care that they deserve, even if it's something really casual. For some people, I've got mates who are kind of have a partner and have kids and have given this a go. And it can work maybe a bit, but they've also had to go I'm going to have to pause this for a minute. One day I'd love to get back into this, but
now I'm
trying to look after two small children. Who am I kidding that I can go on dates all the time?
Yeah,
if you can, gorgeous, but we don't need to set these ridiculous standards for ourselves.
This is a paid advertisement for BetterHelp Therapy Online. What are some of your relationship green flags? We often hear about the red flags we should avoid in the dating world, but what if we focused more on looking for green flags in friends and partners? If you're not sure what they look like, therapy can help you identify those green flags, actively pursue them in your relationships, and even embody that green flag energy yourself. Whether you're dating, married, building a friendship, or just working on yourself, it's never been a better time to form relationships that love you back. I think therapy is transformative, and I'm a firm believer that therapy is something everyone can benefit from. With over 5,000 therapists in the UK already, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a wide variety of expertise in mental health. Write your story with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Bryony. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Bryony. That's BRYONY. If you're enjoying today's show, why not make this a regular thing? Hit follow and let's keep this relationship going, monogamous or otherwise. This is a long question from Ben. I've been in a 3-year monogamous relationship with my boyfriend. We're gay men and most of our friends are in open relationships. His friends seem to have very healthy open relationships with clear rules and communication. Can I just say, I don't know many people with closed relationships that have clear rules and communication.
Mm-hmm. I do genuinely think this book is like very helpful for monogamous couples as well.
But I've just watched my best mate become heartbroken as his husband fell in love with someone they've been having threesomes with for the past 8 weeks. It was horrific and my worst nightmare. I know my partner will want to talk about opening our relationship soon, but I'm not sure I can go through with it. At the same time, I'm scared that saying no will lead to resentment and ruin our relationship. Do I just have to shut up and put up? And that is from Ben.
No, don't shut up and put up.
No,
absolutely
Ben.
not.
Even I can answer this question for you, Ben.
Yeah. It sounds like the impact of his friend's experience has really affected him. Shit things can happen sometimes and that's really difficult, and I don't want to like shy away from that or dismiss that. Sometimes the things that we really fear do actually happen, and we have to be kind of prepared for that as well, although still be optimistic and with that good communication, like trust in ourselves that we can talk about things kind of preemptively and, you know, do as much damage control around that stuff as possible. If there is some kind of curiosity that he has to try this at some point, that's one thing. If it's like a hard no and he is just not interested and just wants to be monogamous, I think he's got to be honest with himself about if this is a no or a maybe. And rather than like panicking and waiting for his partner to bring it up, I think he should initiate the conversation and say like, this is where I'm at. These are my fears. These are my worries. This is just a no for me. And if at some point you're going to want to talk about this, we need to be honest about that. Or I can't see myself doing this right now. Maybe further down the line, it's a maybe. How do you feel about that?
I feel like monogamy is all about sex. How do I explore this without reducing it just to hookups? And that is from Tom.
Monogamy or non-monogamy?
Non-monogamy.
Non-monogamy. I mean, it's not just about sex. For some people it can be, but this is about human interaction and connection. Even if you're having really casual hookup sex, I'm still a believer that you can do that with like building connections and there being care and like intrigue and nice stuff. And it doesn't have to be this completely like transactional kind of emotionless hookup culture. If you're into that, that's all good too. I think if this person is kind of looking to meet people and date, it's helpful to say up front, like, I'm not really into one night stands. I like getting to know people and having a bit more of a connection. Because if someone isn't into that, hopefully they will be transparent about it and kind of not want to speak anymore because that's what they're looking for and that's not a match. But I think most people are kind of up for getting to know someone. And what I love in dating non-monogamously is I'll meet someone and maybe we won't get on, but also if we get on, maybe it's a friendship. Maybe it's someone who I like go on nights out with and go to parties and kind of am in the sex positive community with. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe we're sleeping together.
It's true. We're so binary, aren't we, about things?
And I love that I've got really good friends who I've met on dating apps.
Thanks, Ruby. Massive thank you to Ruby for her wisdom, humour and candour today. Her book, The Non-Monogamy Playbook, is a brilliant resource, whether you're actively exploring open relationships or you just want to rethink what love, sex and commitment mean to you. And if you're feeling a bit of shame about sex, go read it because it might relieve some of that shame. If this episode sparks something for you, share it with a friend who might need to hear it. Or just WhatsApp it to your partner, maybe? So what I'm going to recommend this week, I'm very low maintenance, everyone. I'm very low maintenance. But the one thing I occasionally do, which makes me feel so extra, is getting my nails done. I've got back into the habit of getting my nails done 1 hour every 3 weeks because I get like BAB or whatever it's called, which is like the extra strong thing. Because I don't know about you ladies, is that I never used to get my nails done because, or do my nails because I would always just chew off or pick off the polish. And then they invented gel manicures, which it makes it harder to pick it off, but more satisfying when you do manage it. So that would just ruin my nail bed and I'd be like, this is just stupid. But they've invented now BAB, which is like build it in a bottle, I think. And it's very hard to take it off. And it just looks, if I could show you, my nails just look so shiny and epic. And I can look down at them and go, I am such a high maintenance, bougie kind of girl. That's my recommendation. Like, sometimes those little things you do can make a massive difference to your kind of belief in yourself. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you Monday.